What's up everybody, Tindo here, and we're gonna check our mail at home because there should be, I think today's the right date, this is our first toy booth check. So we are now officially making money on our toy booths. However, they are all closed down, so at least we have something to celebrate. This isn't even really a full month because we got cut off about a week before. There's the check. So how do you want to spend it? Rent?
Yeah, probably.
All right, here's one thing I definitely want to work on today. I want to get this bad boy done. I'm going to make another clock. Now, I've made 2 clocks on the channel, but I did them on a live video. We put these together on the Tindo show. There's a Black Ranger clock, and here's a Yellow Ranger clock. Now, I'm putting these together based off of some artwork that I have designed and that we also sell over on tindostrash.com. I'm probably going to go ahead and put these clocks on tindostrash.com for sale just in case somebody watching maybe wants them. But my end goal is not necessarily to sell them to you guys. We're working really hard kind of behind the scenes to make our tindostrash.com a full-fledged website where we sell specifically recycled, used, and upcycled items. That's kind of the idea behind that site. And eventually, once we get enough products on there, we'll actually run advertisements on the site. And probably at that point, most of our traffic will become just general internet traffic in the traditional sense of an online web store. I say all this because it could very dangerously look like perhaps I'm doing this so you guys will buy this stuff. But if you are interested, feel free. I'm not telling you not to, but I'm just trying to make it clear that that's not our end goal. So these are upcycled. This was a green clock, and then I painted it black, of course, and I put my Black Ranger artwork in it. Same with the Yellow Ranger. It was a purple clock, and now she's a bright Yellow Ranger clock. And I really struggled with this Snorlax one because this is very minimalist art, right? So I thought, well, the best thing to do would be obviously to paint that Snorlax green, but it's not easy to color match spray paint when you're just shopping at, old Walmart or whatever. So I don't have as many supplies to do this as I'd like. So my second guess was white, but then I kind of got to looking, his little feet there, the bottoms of his feet are about the same color as this clock. So I thought maybe I'd just leave it. And I still kind of really just want to leave it. I like that extra color. I feel like painting it white will make it disappear. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and get this clock taken apart. And we'll keep thinking about it. This is a nicer clock than those other 2. This one's put together with screws. These other 2, they're just all kind of friction fit together, really. Nothing special. 2 more screws. I don't know, I keep going back and forth. I'm like, I'll just paint it white. And then I'm like, well, man, it's just an all right color. All right, now, that's actually glass, which I'm thankful for because it's something you run into when you try to make recycled and upcycled products is that most of the time, the base of the thing that you're creating is used. So it's going to have its normal scratches and wear and tear. And then on our website, we, of course, have to put those disclaimers. But when you're working with glass, it's a lot easier to clean up than that plexiglass. So I'll set that aside and Hannah will clean that off. And then we got to make a decision on this. Do I paint it white? Hannah, do I paint it white or leave it?
White.
Hannah says white, so I guess we're going to go white. It's going to be an all-white Snorlax. I can't even say Snorlax. Snorclocks. You're so dumb. All right. Well, let me go get this scrubbed down and the glass cleaned, and then we'll get started on this. All right, all clean, and now I'm gonna hit this just lightly with a little bit of steel wool, just to rough up those edges so it'll hold on to the paint a little bit better. Let's just let's hit her with a coat, and then we're gonna paint her white because Hannah said we have to. So if this looks bad, blame Hannah. That's what I'm saying. This Tindo desk is going to be nice and rainbow by the time I'm done with it. Whenever we did our live show, I just started painting right here on the desk, just like this. People were like, "You're not going to put anything down?" I've already like half a dozen times put a new coat on top of this desk. I kind of just like leaving it miscellaneous, you know what I mean? That's good spray paint right there. Good old Krylon. Krylon's often all right, but I got a yellow can. The yellow can of Krylon that I painted this with was trash spray paint. It's just not good. I've used it on 2 different surfaces now that it should have adhered to nicely, and it just didn't. Snorlax. Snorlax. That's probably the caption I'm going to have to put on the website now. Get your very own Snorlax. All right. Let's let that dry, and then we'll come back. Look at that. Hannah cleaned that up right good. You can barely even tell I'm holding glass. That's going to be a good little clock. Get your own Snorlax today on Tendo'sTrash.com. Snorlax. All right, while that is drying, let's go ahead and continue to disassemble the clock. Take the hands off. Luckily on this particular build, I think I'm gonna just leave the clock hands black, though like on the Power Ranger clocks, I painted some of those hands, but we're not gonna do that on these because the black looks nice. Snorlax doesn't need colorful hands. These clock backs are usually, not always, but usually double-sided tape down. Pippi Longstockings.
Why'd you say that?
Why do I say anything? All right, here we go. I'm not very good at drawing a circle with a compass, but we're gonna make it happen today. Some people can just do this all in one swipe. I'm terrible at it for some reason. But I didn't do so bad there. All right, Snorlax. Are you ready to become a clock? All right, put your eyeballs nice and close so that you can see that line. Don't mess up the Snorlax. I don't know why I'm sweating now. This part, I guess this part makes me nervous. I don't want to mess up the Snorlax, you know what I mean? Snorlax needs to exist. All right. There's the face. Probably cut it just a little too big. Snorlax. All right, Snorlax. Oh, baby. You're perf. You're so perf. All right. Now, we gotta get some glue. The inside rim of that clock is still the original color, and just to add a little bit of depth to it, I think I'm gonna leave it because it matches his feet. I think I'm gonna leave it. Now let's put some glue on the face of the clock. Just a little bit. And then we'll also want to put some on the back of Snorlax. And then we'll let that gum up and we will affix one to the other. Yes. Let it tack up just a little bit. Give it a few seconds. It looks like the rest of the clock's almost dry. So we're close. We're one step closer to Snorlax. I'm very excited about this. All right, Snorlax, are you ready? Are you ready to come to life? All right. Snorlax is nice and seated. Now comes one of the more interesting parts. We got to cut a hole for the clock hands. Usually do that with an X-Acto knife. All right, clock hands go on in a very specific order. If you ever decide to try this at home, if you want to upcycle your own clocks, one of the absolute biggest tips that I can give you is that hand that goes on the bottom, give it a little bend upwards. Not anything that makes it obvious, but just kind of give it an upward bend, because you're going to have inevitably raised the height of the backing paper in one way or another, and you're almost definitely going to make your first one, and that hand that's on the bottom is going to get stuck. I can almost guarantee it. So give that one a little bend. I found out the hard way with that on my first clocks and had to take them back apart. But there's Snorlax with his hands. Now let's plop him back into the face. It looks nice and dried. Actually, I'm gonna wipe that face off one more time. Nothing worse than getting it back together and realizing that you left the inside of the glass smudgy. All right, I think we're good. Line up the screw holes. That's 1 screw, 2 screws, 3 screws, 4 screws, 5 screws, 6 screws, and Snorlax is complete. What do you think, Hannah?
White was a good choice.
White was a good choice, Hannah says. That there is Snorlax. Now let's go get a battery. Let's test her out. Here we go. Snorlax, you're coming to life, baby. As soon as I figure out which way the battery goes in. What time is it?
2:15 exactly.
2:15. My thumbs are too big. All right, so I guess we'll set the time on Snorlax.
2:16.
2:16. And then we'll come back in a little bit and see if Snorlax is still rolling. I'm very happy with my creation. Why don't you come look at this?
What is it?
I named him Snorlax. You like it?
Yeah.
Do you approve of Snorlax? I was initially going to leave the clock the color it was because it kind of matched his feet, but then I was like, well, we'll go white, and I left that ring inside. I think it's perf.
Yeah, I like it.
Kind of makes me mad I can't find more of this clock to paint it exactly like that.
Looks good.
Snorlax! I choose you! What are you yelling about?
I need your phone.
Oh, well, this is my phone.
You're currently using it.
Okay, you can have it. Just
Okay,
take it with you.
thank you.
It's rolling.
Okay, bye.
Is it 3 o'clock, snore o'clock, or 5 o'clock?
Snorlax. It's Snorlax somewhere. I should have just replaced all the numbers with Z's. What a missed opportunity! The next
It's always 2 o'clock.
Yeah, the next Snorlax will definitely just have Z's on it. That's for sure. Snorlax. All right, now, well, I don't fit in that camera. Now that we are done with Snorlax, we got to print some labels real quick because we got, what, 3 t-shirts going out? Ooh, this person ordered a decal too. Have you guys ever seen our decals? If you haven't been on our website, you probably haven't seen them, but just good old Tindo decals. TindoStrash.com. I should just say that at the end of every sentence for today's video. All right, buy shipping label. Notes, you guys are awesome. They put a note on their order. You guys are awesome. Well, thank you, Jessica. All right. There's the labels. Get them packaged up. I guess we'll run them to the post office. All right, let's stop and check the P.O. box real quick. Ooh, a card. That's a first. One of you guys sent us a card. I've never got a card in the mail before from one of you guys. I guess let's go outside and open it now. This is too good to wait. We got a card.
Yay!
Oh, and it says, can be read on air if wanted. All right, here, hold this. We'll get her open. There's a pack of Dinosaur King trading card, Colossal Team Battle trading card game. That's awesome. I've never heard of that game. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for my birthday Tindo glasses. Oh, okay. This is there was a young girl whose father bought her a pair of Tindo glasses the other day. I hope you guys are staying strong and healthy, and I love your videos, and I have a big Mario collection, and my favorite game is Mario Kart. Same. When we go thrift, when I see Nerf guns, I pick them up only if they are cheap. Love your videos. Stay healthy. Love, Abby. And then it's our names in a heart. Abby, thank you so much. Now I gotta wipe my eyes off. That's the best card I've ever gotten in the mail, Abby. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy your Tindo glasses.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. We had to run to Walmart real quick to get our weekly resupply, and they've got a lot of things set up. They've got a rope line, and they're like strictly enforcing people staying 6 feet apart, and they've got a wipe down station for the carts. Man, it's crazy. So it's pretty interesting. They're not letting people bring carts in from the outside. You have to come inside and get one that they just wiped down. I'm not trying to make light of this or make it sensational. I really am just constantly blown away by, you know, the steps we have to take to battle the coronavirus. Makes me hate even really being here, but we gotta get some food. Pretty wild. That's a cop right there by the door, and there were about a dozen cops when we were on the inside. This is one of the more busier Walmarts in town, so it's not the most surprising thing, but I'm honestly just kind of filming all these extra bits whenever we do go out, just for kind of a future timestamp. One of these days, years down the road, I can come back to these videos and say, look at these clips of this crazy time. So I've got a to-do list, probably like most of you, that is a mile long. And there's a large portion of that to-do list that is really just stuff that I keep for when I have unexpected downtime. Because there's a lot of little projects, especially for the game room, that I just know I'm not gonna get to anytime soon. And one of those big projects is I've been wanting to make some stands for my Game Boy collection and for my controller collection. If you've been with the channel for a long time, you're probably aware of a few videos where I've either showed off some of my custom-made controller stands for my gaming consoles, or maybe you've just seen a video where I've actually worked on them and made them. I don't know, but there's some content on my channel of me making those. And I really plan on doing a lot more of that on the channel, but you know, to be honest, with the limited space here in the game room, my 3D printer setup is something that's, it's hard to get out. It's hard to get out and get going. And so I actually did that today. I'll show you. I just spent the last probably 4.5 hours putting this bad boy together and getting her going. But right now, we are currently on the first layer, yep, still on the first layer of printing a stand for my original Game Boys. And I went with the most simplest design I could so I could maybe print a couple of them tonight before today's video is over. I want to at least get one of them done. I plan on doing a whole lot of this while we're all on COVID-19 lockdown, or as Hannah likes to call it, quarantendo. So I figured this would be a good thing to get started, because yesterday's video and really the video the day before that were really just me getting prepared to be here for a month. And I figure, why not just have this printer running 24/7 for the next month since I'm going to be here. So that's the plan. That's the thought behind printing this Game Boy stand. But I do want to warn you before I get up and walk away from this machine, it's very likely to fail. The printer hasn't ran in most of the last year, and it always takes some kind of figuring out and tightening of bolts. So I'm not promising I'm going to have any custom stands printed before the night's over, but we're going to try, so stick around. So while we wait for that print to finish, we're gonna play Little Big Planet. Look, I'm a little shark, and I'm a shark. Did you just smack me? Shark. What? How? How did you? You just
use your thingies here, and then that controls your arms, and then whack.
I can't do it. Do it again.
Oh shoot!
That's so. It's so violent.
It's even better when you get the frying pan.
All right, I think that it's done. It's pretty. Let's grab a Game Boy. Oh baby. Oh baby. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. I don't really have a shelf set aside for this, but get a peep on that right there. Oh yeah. Look at that. All right, well, I guess it's time to start another one. I should really just be able to hit reprint. I was a little bit worried about it being top heavy, not really sitting on that stand well, but it does. It's good. I like it. I kind of like the orange too. I thought I might paint it yellow, but I think that orange kind of looks good on the shelves. What do you think? Comment below. Paint it or leave it? What do you think about that?
Ooh, pretty.
Looks pretty good, don't it?
It does.
You think we should leave it orange, or you think I should paint it?
I like the orange.
The orange doesn't look bad on the yellow shelves.
Yeah, it doesn't. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's nice and sturdy too. It's not really too top heavy like I thought it would be.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Now I just need to print about a dozen more because we got all the Game Boys. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you like my Game Boy stand. I really do plan on printing about another, I don't know, dozen or so of them for my own personal use. But I was kind of thinking, you know, since we already talked about this a little bit today, I was thinking about printing a few 3D printed things to put on TindosTrash.com. We've talked about it for years now, actually. 3D printing stuff to sell online, because there are some very specific camera parts that I've made for my own use that I've always thought would sell well on eBay, or honestly I know they would because I've looked them up on eBay. But it's something that's a lot of work, because I mean, hear me out here. It took an hour and 47 minutes to print this properly, and honestly, if I wanted to make it to a quality that was worth selling, because I went with a pretty low fidelity here. This is not as smooth and as sturdy as it could be. It's just good enough that at an hour and 45 minutes, it's worth printing it at this quality. So if I wanted to print those out and sell them for 15 bucks or 10 bucks or something like that, I'd probably have to take a few hours on each one. And then it's like, well, you know, it's a lot of extra work to kind of make sure that printer is running all right in the background for you know, not a lot of money. But I don't know, if there's enough interest, if there's some people that want to order some different Game Boy and controller stands, maybe I'll just start manufacturing them. I'll put a few up a week for sale on TindosTrash.com or something like that. Just a thought. Comment below if maybe that'd be something you're interested in. And also, before you go, guys, just check out TindosTrash.com if you haven't checked it out already. Give my website some traffic. Every little bit of traffic that it gets kind of helps, and it helps me surface on Google more for people that might be searching out something that I might have on the website. So do check that out. And then also, before you go, guys, definitely hit that subscribe button. Pretty please, because I want to get to 1,600 subs real quick, and I can only do that with your help. So if you've been watching for a little while, now's the time. Hit that subscribe button. And also, before you go, probably just as important as everything else, hit that notification bell. I think that notification bell is way more important than a lot of people understand it to be. Subs are nice, and subs mean a little bit, but nothing's more important than you getting a notification and making sure you come back and watch the video, because on YouTube, views are king. So if you hit that notification bell, maybe you'll get a notification tomorrow and come back and see if I've 3D printed anything else, or maybe even moved on to my next clock project. I've got one more to do. These things are all possibilities for what I might be doing in the next episode of Quarantindo. But you gotta hit that bell notification to find out. So do that, come back and hang out with me next time, guys. And until then, peace out.